Under neon bright lights when I see you dancing on the Polaroids. Just wanna have a good time, don't you? It all goes low, low, low. I don't wanna talk before the moment slowly slips away. Get a little dirty, baby, nothing you ain't gonna take, yeah.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Small House Big Home. Welcome if you are new. I am so glad you decided to join us and that you're watching today. So as promised, today's video is going to be a sequel to Tuesday's release, which Tuesday's release, if you missed that, that was my organization, my declutter and organization of my drawers in my kitchen, as well as under the sink storage and cleaning supplies under the kitchen. I went ahead and did a raw and real video with very little editing. So just to kind of get an idea of what my process is, the moving everything and the back and forth of how everything turns out. But if you missed that video, I will link it up in the cards. But today's video is going to be the sequel to that video, which is me decluttering and organizing absolutely everything else, with the exception of my baking and spice cabinet as well as my pantry. Those two things I'm probably going to save for another video. Don't think that there's going to be another video to the series. I think I'm just going to pop that into whatever cleaning video I have for the coming weeks. But just to kind of give you an overview of what this kitchen looked like before and the issues that I'm having. This roaster pan, I did not have that in the kitchen before. I had it in the second bedroom closet. So that's kind of where I am with that. I had to figure out where to put that in this kitchen. And also my griddle and my waffle maker right here. They've been in the laundry room because we had to get a new oven because our old oven died, unfortunately. And the storage underneath the new oven, which was where I had the griddle and the waffle maker in the old oven, is too small. It's not going to fit. So that's kind of what spurred this whole kitchen decluttering series, honestly, was the oven dying and me having to just overhaul the entire kitchen to make everything fit. So I hope that you enjoy this video, that it brings you a lot of inspiration. And let's get into the video and my thoughts for the day. A lot that needs to be done, and my idea is that I'm just going to pull everything out, vacuum out, mop out, and then add the paper, which I'm really excited about the paper. I already, like in the drawers and under the sink, it looks amazing. Let's get into it.
Be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. We could be gazing at the stars, but now it feels just like I wandered off into a room and closed the door behind me. I never gave the key to you, even though I wanted to. I should be trying something new, but now my body's aching. I'm tired of dwelling in the dark, it's just that my heart can't take it. I didn't know what it would cost me when I let you go. I feel alone, and I'm just singing, It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know. It could have been you. What a crime and what a shame to let go. Sometimes I just don't know what to do. It should have been you.
Okay, that was exhausting. It took about an hour, and I think the time lapse made it like 3 minutes, which if that were real life, that would be fantastic. But everything is out of the cabinets that I want to tackle today, and it's pretty overwhelming. This is all of the stuff that I want to declutter. So we bought the house, moved in with all of our hand-me-down stuff that we had gotten from like my parents and Chris's parents, and then we got married. So now we have we had like 5 of everything, honestly. And like all of these, I used to have a colander wall in our other apartment, in our last house, in our apartment, and I'm not doing that anymore. I used to really love this color pottery. I had the bowl that my mom got me, and then this little cake stand. But again, like, we're not doing that kind of stuff anymore. I used to have this in the china cabinet whenever the china cabinet was purple. And again, it's just been sitting and collecting dust. The candles I'm keeping, but I just didn't want to put them anywhere else. But just all of this stuff, just, when it comes to like Con Marie, she said to touch things and see if they give you joy. And these things just don't really give me joy anymore. What does give me joy is all of this stuff, which now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, dang it, I didn't think it was that much, but looking at it on camera, it's actually a lot. So coffee maker, I know it's weird that it's in storage. I'm not drinking coffee anymore, but whenever I have people and family over, they always like to drink coffee, so I need to have those. We have the roaster, 2 crock pots. So we have a lot of like bigger things that we need to figure out where to put. We have all the KitchenAid stuff, Chris's cast irons, which I really need to find a place for those so that he can access them a little bit easier, because now they're shoved in the back of the cabinet and I feel bad whenever he has to go and figure out how to get them. So yeah, this is all the stuff that we're keeping, the things that I know Chris has, like if he would touch it, he would feel joy, or I touch it and I feel joy. So like, I know this seems kind of stupid, but we went to Monster Jam together a couple of months before the wedding and got drinks, and that's just something that we hold on to because of that. These, again, probably going to go in a place where we don't need to access them all the time, but we go to Schlitterbahn as much as we can. We like to go to Galveston, especially since we live so close. So this is kind of special to us, and we take them every time we go. So yeah, just things like that. Oh, and I bought the Ray Dunn hubby and wifey cups, but I also have these that I got from Target. And, at first I was going to get rid of them, but then Chris was like, why would you get rid of them? Because we actually filmed our engagement pictures with them. So, just little things like that have sentimental value that I'm like, oh, I can't get rid of this. So, yeah, now I am going to try to find a box to put all this stuff in. And I'm going to, I have a little sister and a little brother that are both in college, and they might need some stuff, so I'm going to let them know, see if they're interested in it, and if not, probably just give to Goodwill. Oh, and I almost forgot, I left all of this stuff out here because I know that it's going to go in here, so I'm going to go ahead and clean and wallpaper, or clean and contact paper this one first, and then try to get that set up.
Giving up your dreams to your silly demons. We're diamonds in the dust, so why can't you see it? Keep getting under your thick skin, trying or not, building a nest in your weaknesses. Swimming around in your bloodstream, can't make it stop. Oh, I just need to tell you that
because this was one of the most difficult things I have ever had to do in my life. I actually had to take like a 30-minute break to just think because I was not making it work. But let me talk you a little bit through about why I was having so many issues. We only have glass Tupperware, just because we feel more comfortable with having that in our home. But with these little rubber seals or whatever, they get wet whenever you wash them. So we were kind of nervous about leaving the lids on, which was why I was having such an issue, because I was able to fit all the bottoms, but I wasn't able to fit the lids anywhere. But what I decided to do was, for this one, this lid doesn't really hold that much water, and I can easily dry that one off before I put it away, so I'm not worried about that. Up here, I could probably put the lid on that one because we really barely use this one. It's just for like whenever we have parties. So that's why one, it's way up there, and two, I'll probably pop the lid on that one. These, again, we barely use, and we usually, so I guess it's just up there until we use it. These we use for food prepping. That's why I have a bajillion of them, but this is enough for lunches for both Chris and I throughout the week. And I have the top separate just because we funnel through those out so quickly and so like all the time. And my other big issue that I was having with not just the lids is also that we have dirty Tupperware right here. So you can see we have another Pyrex circle, which I think can probably sit right on top of that one, which should be good. I have more of these, so that's why I was kind of like, crap, I should have done the dishes last night, so that I knew exactly what I have to put in here, and so that I knew that it all fit and fit well. So that's why I was having so many issues, just because I have more. I need to make sure that they will fit in here. And also, can I have the top on this? Can I have the top on that? So just something to think about whenever you're doing this. I would highly recommend that you do the dishes so you have a completely clean kitchen and all of your dishes are clean.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way. Nothing can ruin my day, no matter what anyone does or say. I smile at fools. No, I don't care, cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop, it is my time. Cause I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. I'm strolling down the street with all of my favorite songs on repeat. I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, and I don't care if you spill coffee on me or if the sky is gray or blue. No, I don't care, cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop, it is my time. I know what it's like to be broke, yeah. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. To be broken, and I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm just gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. I won't slow down, 'cause I am on my way. I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way. I won't slow down. I am on my way. I won't slow down. I can be anything, whatever you want me to be. It's a call to the ring. I'm throwing up my gloves and knees. My back against the ropes. I got nowhere to go. I'm looking down the slope. I gotta strike a blow. 'Cause practice makes perfect, you know. This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever role we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches. 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 Took a dive and went out. We've had our ups and downs, I know. We still work through the doubt. Yeah, nothing can put out our glow. My back against the ropes. I got nowhere to go. I'm looking down the slope. I gotta strike a blow. 'Cause practice makes perfect, you know. This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever role we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches. We'll roll with the punches.
Okay, y'all. I can't believe this. It is 8:40 and I am finally done. Granted, I took a few breaks here and there, especially to think. Yeah, let me just turn you around and show you the final product. Just to give you a little overview of where everything is. So this is where I decided to put all of the Tupperware. Like I said, we only use glass, just a personal preference. And then we have reusable Ziplocs over here. I think I already explained all the issues that I had with this cabinet, but it looks way better, and I definitely think it's more functional than whenever the Tupperware was up here, just because whenever it's over here, it looks like there's nothing that needs to be necessarily brought down. Like it used to be that there was all of this stacked on top of this, so to get to this, you had to, so it was kind of like really obnoxious. So hopefully this is just going to be much more easier to deal with. Much easier to deal with. Okay, so over here we have, this is more of things that we don't necessarily use all the time. We have a lot of parties, so these big things, it's awesome that we finally have these out. They used to be tucked way in the back over here, like in that corner, so it's a pain in the butt to get them out. But now that they are out and easy to access, I have our vases back here, and then our water bottles that we use daily, and then these are just giant containers that Chris likes to use sometimes, so we still have that. Did not touch this yet, going to later. I emptied this out with the idea that all of the backstock items, or like the extra items that I pull from in here, they're gonna go in here in storage. I didn't touch this because that is pantry. That's gonna be my next video. Okay, this is my favorites. I love how this turned out. I think it looks so nice and super organized, and that like simplistic. Yeah, I don't necessarily do minimalistic in my house, but it does have a little bit of that minimalist like feel. But obviously I have a bunch of stuff. We have a set of 12 for everything, just because that's our preference of having that whenever we have people over. But we have pasta dishes up here, just little snack, smaller dishes right here. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get out, but we don't use these very often, so not worried about that. But these are just plaid, and they look really cute with our regular white dishes. And then, oh, and if you're curious, this block of wood is making sure that this stays stuck to the cabinet, just because the cabinet was not very thick whenever we drilled screws through it. So, but I just covered it with the paper to make it a little bit cute, and I totally did not do it straight, but oh well. At least it looks way better than what it did. These are just our regular day-to-day plates, and then our bowls, and then we have our steak plates. They're just like a little bit bigger and square, so it's kind of cool because we have round plates if we want to do something with that, and then we have square plates if you want to do something with that. These are all of our glasses, all of our mugs right here. These are the ones that I use because Trish doesn't really drink coffee or tea, and then the ones behind are for guests. All of our just regular glasses, we use these a lot. We really don't necessarily use these, so that's why they're kind of in the back, just because we don't use them all the time. And then our wine glasses way in the back over there, so that if we do have somebody that comes over and wants to drink wine, they do have that option. Okay, so let's go back to under the sink. This is another spot that I really, really love. I think it turned out really good. Especially with using the doors like we did, and having the dishwasher pods right here. That makes so much more sense, because now you literally just open it up, grab it, and you're good to go. Got that little container at the Container Store if you're curious. So right now I have a lot of mixed matched organization stuff. Hopefully one day soon I will, you know, be rich and famous or something and have money to make it all match. But for now, this is what we have. And a little hack that I also have is I hang my microfiber cloth to dry after I use it. And I probably use it maybe 2 or 3 times and then wash it. But this is what I do to hang it instead of having it out. So that is that. Okay, this drawer is just Chris's cast iron stuff. Has a little cleaner, the little baby cast iron that he's obsessed with, and just some Lodge spray and stuff like that. Here, so one thing that I really hate about this house, and this kitchen specifically, is this, like, I don't know if you can see. I know you can probably saw that I was having issues figuring out what to put in it, and also figuring out how to get my body in there to like pull stuff out and put stuff in. And this is one thing that I really don't like, but for now this is what we have. So I just have our lunch boxes up here, a random rolling pin that we never use, but I didn't know where to put. I might get rid of it, might not, don't know yet, but we did have 2, so I decluttered down to 1. And then this is our griddle that I really, really wanted to fit in there, but it didn't. I was so sad, but that's where that is. And if you're curious, under here is where I put Chris's cast iron stuff. So this is the smaller stuff, and then we actually just store the bigger stuff inside the oven so that we're not having it in areas where it can rest. So this is where I decided to put all of our cutlery and stuff, and I think this just makes a lot more sense in here. We've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and it's just super functional. This, I am so glad that I did this. So I took the little organizer that I had all of the lids for the Tupperware sitting in, and I used it for what it's supposed to be used for. And that is organizing all of the baking sheets, the pie sheets. That is where I put all of this. This makes so much more sense because it used to be just stacked on top of each other in this one, which made it super difficult to like get to what you're looking for. Now all you have to do is grab it, pull it out, and you're good to go, which is really nice. I'm going back up here. I'll just go ahead and do the top and then we'll go back to the down to the bottom. This just looks so much nicer than it had, like that it did before. We have all of our reusable straws in here, just random little kitchen stuff, our lighter, can opener. Back here is where we have an ice cream scoop. And then this is where all the measuring cups are. The next one is also really nice. Missing all my spatulas because we've already used them. I like to have the wooden spoons out for aesthetic, but and these I think is not as pretty as wooden spoons, so that's why I kind of tucked these away. This one, I did not film me putting in the paper because I really did not have to do much to it. This was already organized to my liking, but I did add the paper to it. But here we have our pot holders and all of our clean kitchen towels. This is where I put all of my microfiber cloths. This is all of Chris's cast iron pot holders. He has like the silicone ones that he really likes that are from Lodge. And then this is where I have all of my extra sponges. Okay, going back down. This one was a little bit of a pain, again, because we have that big empty space back here. One of the things that I really want to do is make sure that there was nothing small back here that we always have to access. So switching that up was really awesome. These are my Pyrex dishes. We really don't use those very often, but they're going to be a little bit more easy to access. These are my mixing bowls, and they're nesting, and they all have their own top. And so I have the big ones right here, easy to access, and the little ones back there, which I don't really use the little ones that often. And I have two crock pots because I have the small one back behind this one, but I have two crock pots because we throw a lot of parties. So you always have to have crock pots whenever you throw parties. This one looks super nice. I'm really obsessed with how this turned out because now these used to be literally just all stacked on top of each other. And if you wanted to get to this one, you have to pick them all up to grab this one out. And this just is really nice because both of these are the same size. So all you have to do is just grab one of them and use one of them. And then you have the little bitty one on top. Super seamless. I cannot believe it took us this long to do this because this is going to change functioning in our kitchen, I really think. And there's nothing behind it, which is amazing. It used to be that these were just chock full of stuff, but it's so nice to not have to worry about that. And then back here, I have all of our pots, and these are our cooking pots. So I have two sets. I have the green set that I really like because it's really pretty. And then I have the black set. That is the little tour of our kitchen. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you. I really appreciate you watching all the way through. I have to say this was a giant project, and in the middle of it, I was like, why am I doing this? But obviously it has changed the face of how we're gonna like be able to function and be able to use this kitchen. Just getting rid of all that clutter and things that we just never used. I mean, at a certain point, it's frustrating because you spent the money and you don't wanna waste that money, but the money's already gone. It's time to just move on. I don't wanna just throw away what we have and make anybody feel bad or whatever, but at a certain point you got to do what works best for your family and what works best for the space that you have to organize. So like I said, thank you for watching the video all the way through. I hope that you enjoyed this one. I hope it brings you a lot of motivation to just tackle the same projects in your own home. Just adding the paper, I think, changed the whole everything. So hopefully you can kind of see that before and after. So like if your house is already, or your kitchen is already organized or decluttered to the way that you like it, maybe just adding a little bit of paper, a little bit of, funky pattern, or maybe just something to be a little bit more cohesive and nice. I know our kitchen is from the 80s, so those cabinets are really, really old and really, really dirty. So it was good to vacuum it, clean it out, and then add some paper. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know to keep making these videos. Thank you to my subscribers for coming back for another video. And if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe. I have more videos coming. All right, bye y'all. Thanks for watching.